Okay, a lot of us have had issues with CRA disallowing our car expenses, and a big sticking point comes that they want trip logs to show where we've been every single day to justify the mileage. And when we submit what we get off of CarData, it just has the name of the location, not the address. And CRA doesn't say they would like that; they want the full address. And trying to get that put in is a pretty daunting task to do it for all of 2017, 2018, especially if you go to a lot of locations. So I've been thinking about it since mine was just disallowed as well. There's got to be an easier way to do that. And I think I've come up with a better way to do it using Excel and magic of formulas. So here what I've done is I've gone out to CarData and I've told it to give me a list of all my destinations. And here I've been able to get the location name, address, city, and province. So I've got a list of destinations. That's not really useful to me. I need a single string of text. So I'm going to use a formula here called concatenate or concatenate. And what that does is that allows me to take that plus that plus that plus that and stick it into there. So I'm going to use that cell, and because I want a little bit of formatting in there, I'm going to do a comma space, and then I'm going to do B, and then I'm going to do a comma space, and then I'm going to do C, scroll down a bit, and then do a comma space, and then I'm going to do D. And you can see it's starting to look like an address down here. And I'm going to click OK. And if I pull that open, you'll see there's my address. And now all I got to do is with the cross there, I just double click on that. Boom. And there's all my locations as an address. Now the catch is, if I want to use this is actually a formula, not text. So I need to convert that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole column. And I'm going to right click, select copy, and then on the same column, right click and select paste special, values only. And what that does is now you see it's converted the formula into the values that the formula returned. So now I've got my addresses in here the way I want them that I can use. So now I have another spreadsheet that I did, and this is all my CarData monthly information. Now there's a summary, and I've got one for each month, and this is what you guys are probably used to seeing. This is what we pulled out of CarData for our trip. The catch is it's all just home, Gemalto, GE, printing house, etc., etc., etc. And CRA wants the addresses here. So we're going to do something really, really cool. First thing we're going to do is we're going to click replace, and hang on, before I do that, I want to get back up to the top. I want to select that cell. Now I'm going to select find and go to replace. And what I want to do is I want to replace this home with my home address. So I'm going to do Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Now I'm going to come back here to my destination file, and I'm going to look for my home address. And here's my home here. And Control C, and then Control V for paste. Now the super secret, come back to the sheet that I want to work on. The super secret here is click options. That's going to open up a bunch of stuff here. This normally is defaulted to sheets. We want to hit the drop down and select workbook. What that's going to do is that's going to replace home with all that, and it's going to do it through the entire workbook, all the tabs. So now I just do replace all. Boom, 441 changes made. And you notice it's changed home to my full address, and even at the end. And if you don't believe me, let's go look at November. Look at that, it did it in November as well. So that's how we do it quickly. Now the catch is I got to come in here and I got to do Gemalto, Control C, Control V, come back here to my destinations, look up Gemalto, if I could spell, Control C, Control V. Make sure you're on the workbook with your trip log on it. Replace all. Whole bunch of trips to Gemalto that year. And whoops, now I want to come back here and I want to pick up the next one, which is GE. Control C, Control V. Find GE Canada. That's the one on Meadowvale. Control C, Control V. Make sure I'm on that spreadsheet. Replace all. And now I want to come up here. And actually, you can pull this down. Whoops. You can pull this down to open this up. If I can get that, there we go. Pull this down to open this up. And so here we are on this, and I got GE done. Now I need to do the printing house. I know this looks a bit tedious, but I'm going to show you why for a reason. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to do the one. This is the one on satellite drive. Control C. Control V. Again, make sure I'm back on that. Replace all. Whoops. I did it on the wrong one. Undo that. Make sure I'm on that spreadsheet. There we go. And come up here, pick Continental Press. Control C. Control V. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. Again, make sure I'm back on that spreadsheet. Replace all. Oh, you little bugger. Keeps going back to the other sheet. Undo that. That's better. And home. And then we come to the next one. And the nice thing about this is the more further you go through this spreadsheet, the fewer of them you'll have to change, because a lot of them will already be changed. So Morris Marketing, Control C, Control V, come back to this spreadsheet. There's Morris Marketing, Control C, and so that's that day done. And again, you just work your way through the days, and the more you go, the more you find, see, this one's already done. And this one's already done as well. Oh, the International Center. So I'd have to do that. Now, one other thing I do, and by the way, you just work your way through and you'll get that done, and eventually you get them all done. One of the other things I do, just to kind of clean it up so that if I'm going to send this spreadsheet to my accountant to again send it to CRA, it'll look nice and neat and clean, is if you put the cursor after the arrow, then you hit Alt-Enter, it forces a line break in within the cell. So again, here, Alt-Enter, click on there, Alt-Enter, click on there, Alt-Enter, click on there, Alt-Enter, here, Alt-Enter, here, Alt-Enter. Actually, I missed one, Alt-Enter, Bell and Howell. I know that's Mural Street, so let's do Control-C, Control-V, go back to my destinations, and this is going to be at the top, Bell and Howell, Mural Street, Control-C, Control-V, make sure I'm on that sheet. Okay, see, that's one of the reasons why I did this, because this way it really jumps out. If I accidentally miss one, it'll really jump out. So I can come in here now and I can clean it all up. In fact, if I want to make it look really pretty, I can select that column and right click and format cells. And then in the alignment, click center, and that'll stick the date in the middle of the cell so it looks a little bit neater. And let's close all that. So that's how you do it. You work your way through. I did this entire spreadsheet as a test before I decided to do the screen, and it took me about 45 minutes to do the entire spreadsheet. So it actually wasn't too bad at all. I hope this helps you guys out and saves you some hours if you haven't already spent and wasted the hours trying to do it the hard way. Apologize for that, for not doing it till now, but hope it helps. Enjoy. Talk to you later.